Yesterday, a 30,000 square foot retail store in the Fairbanks North Star Borough inside a general commercial zoning district would have needed to supply 150 parking spaces. Today, that same number is down to 75. That's because the Fairbanks North Star Borough has a new set of parking standards. A November 2023 analysis showed that nearly vacant lots plagued the city and borough landscapes, with an average occupancy rate of only about 30% in downtown Fairbanks. Now that kickstarted a coordinated effort to re-regulate borough parking, and the Assembly started its approval on those revisions last night. Patrick Gilchrist has the story.
Borough Code prescribes guidelines for designing parking lots that property owners must follow when developing their land. It's a kaleidoscopic formula informed by both zoning designation and the type of development, and the decades-old standards have gnawed at public officials and community planning experts.
Really kind of some of our goals and Ms. O'Neill's goals were to have parking standards that accurately reflect the need of this community, not some national standard or something borrowed from another community.
The code had minimum requirements that didn't match up with life in the present-day Fairbanks area, according to Spillman, and featured inflexible language that failed to equip borough planners with adequate latitude. An ordinance introduced by Assemblymember Mindy O'Neill that fundamentally rewrites that section of code passed Thursday in a unanimous vote. The ordinance previously received unanimous support from the borough's Planning Commission and the Fairbanks City Council. O'Neill says the measure is in large part a consequence of the downtown plan, which passed earlier this year after 7 years of work.
This is really an attempt to begin implementing a plan that our borough has stood behind, our city stands behind.
The changes to the parking code are legion.
This is a pretty lengthy ordinance.
In varying degrees, the ordinance reduces the number of mandated parking spots for multiple development types. It allows adjacent landowners to share spaces to meet those minimums and lets landowners use proximal street parking to hit their codified benchmark. Also, per the new standards, developments zoned in the central business district now need not provide any additional parking spaces.
It's really meant to be the densest area of our community.
The ordinance additionally creates a new process by which a developer can seek out hearings with the borough to reduce their minimum spots even further, which Spillman says offers flexibility that was formerly lacking. Data collected during a borough analysis detailed a significant parking surplus, particularly downtown, which undergirds many of the changes. O'Neill, the measure's sponsor, says the overarching goal is to increase density of development and reduce land area eaten up by underused parking lots. I'm Patrick Gilchrist, reporting for News Center Fairbanks.